Hi, this is Irina reporting for Geek Entertainment Television, and we're back on our Geek Track with Aza Raskin. Hi, Aza.
Hey, how are you?
And Aza is going to tell us why he is geek-tastic.
Why I'm geek-tastic. You know, that's sort of like, as I have to represent a little bit of the designer community too, I don't know whether I can go fully into that geek world, although secretly, on the inside I am.
You are the user interface king at Mozilla.
Not quite. I'm lead of user interface design for Mozilla Labs, so that's new products, right? But other people handle Firefox proper. Mike Beltzner, Alex Faubourg, these people are great.
Well, you're also a second-generation geek-tastic because your father... Well, how about this? Tell us why your father's famous.
All right. Well, I mean, besides the model racing and the airplanes.
Yes. Besides that.
He was the guy that started the Macintosh project at Apple.
That's pretty geek-tastic. I would say that's one of the highest realms up there.
Well, I remember when I was 10, he brought me to give a speech at Bakehi, the local chapter at Xerox Park, and he just wanted me to talk about computers. And I think that was the first time I got up, and I think my knees were shaking, and I said in a squeaky voice, like, I think computers suck. But it was around there that there's sort of a switch occurred, which was going from maybe who was always, I'd grown up with computers, right, digital native, knew how they worked, and he was asking something about print. And, you know, I just sort of hit a couple buttons, and I was sort of mad at him, like, why can't you understand this? And then it finally snapped, you know, it wasn't his fault. It's not people's fault when they can't use the computer. It's always our job as interface designers to make computers work the way people do and not the other way around. When that finally clicked, then we started doing a lot of work together. One of my favorite examples of this is, you use a watch, right?
No.
Not anymore. If I gave you a digital watch, would you be able to set it immediately?
No.
Right. If I gave you an analog watch, would you be able to set it immediately?
Probably.
All right. So if you look at the difference between those two manuals, digital watch, if you look at the Timex website, it goes on for pages and pages and pages. The analog watch, one line of instructions says pull and turn, right? We need to be making products whose manuals are that small. Mozilla is open source community. That means that while other companies, Google, Microsoft, Apple, could go and spend a couple million, 10 million, 100 million, getting 100 of the smartest engineers to go work on the projects, that's not something we as Mozilla could do, but we can do something they can't. We can invite people, and we do, all across the world, whether it be in academia, whether it be the smartest design departments, whether it be the engineers that are already in open source, and we can have tens of thousands of people innovating, driving the open web forward. And that's not something that any of these other companies can do.
Say all the names of the things that everyone's going to end up Googling after this episode.
All right, so there should be Weave, Ubiquity, Snowl, Geode. That's a good place to start.
Okay, that's a good place to start. From this brain to your brain. See you on the internet.